Wait. It's supposed to come off here. God. We're live.
Check it out.
Oh. Got a couple things to do around the house.
Yes, sir.
We're back. What's going on, everybody?
Hello. Good morning on this September Wednesday, September 22nd. Good times.
Good times, man. We got week 3 picks. Pacific Sports Talk Radio here, coming at you guys live on a Wednesday, 9:30. We're a little late, 10 a.m.
Sorry about that. I'm Dean. This is Brady. We're your hosts.
We're gonna be
Talking football.
talking football. I gotta do a quick tweet right now. I forgot to do it before the stream, so I'm just gonna do it right now. Dean, if you want to just, maybe we talk a little bit about last week. How things went.
Yeah. So we went. We did pretty good last week on our 4 major picks. We went 3-1. I'm pretty happy about that. We took the over in the Seattle Titans game, and that they scored over 60 points, and the Titans won in overtime. And then we took the who'd we take? We took the Bills. We actually bought a point on the Bills, but they won 35-0, so didn't need to buy that, but still.
We bought the point anyway.
We bought the point anyway. So we got that one. The Chiefs, man, had a devastating fumble and also hurt this guy's fantasy team with Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Fantasy team fucked up my parlay. Excuse my language.
Yeah, come on.
Would have cashed 1,600, so that was kind of a bummer.
Yeah, so the Chiefs let us down on that one leg, and then what was the fourth one? It was
Titans over.
I already said that. Titans, Bills.
No. What was it?
We didn't do the Niners and the Eagles.
No, it was like an obvious one.
Yeah.
Cowboys.
We took Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Yeah, we took Cowboys money line against. It wasn't an obvious one.
No, but I think it looked good to us.
It did. We took Cowboys money line over the Chargers, and they won on a last-second field goal. So we hit that one pretty well because that was a good payoff for money line.
There wasn't really too much argument there. We both liked that pick.
Yeah, but it wasn't obvious for them.
It was obvious to me and you,
Mhm.
but it ended up being pretty close. But we kind of had a lot of confidence.
Indeed, yeah.
I mean, they covered +3 easy.
Uh-huh.
It's just the win was.
It was a wire, 20-17 went down to the wire.
That was tough.
Yeah, so that was our 3-1. So we did better than the first week. We're happy about that.
Yes, we are.
Overall, we're 4-3, I believe. Yeah, that's our overall. So we're gonna get into some picks today, talk some interesting matchups. When Brady's done hooking up the Twitter game.
Yes, sir. We're ready. We're live.
Yeah, stoked to talk more football.
All right.
Week 3, baby.
All right. Dean got us on the old intro here, so there's not much more to say.
In the recap.
Recap: we did pretty well, 3-1. Looking to continue that streak going into next week.
Yeah.
I opened last week, so if you want to start.
With a matchup?
Yeah. Also, if you guys like the...
Should we talk Thursday Night Football, though?
Okay, yeah, we'll introduce...
We always do Thursday Night Football.
Thursday Night Football's Texans-Panthers. Is it in Houston?
I
I thought it was Falcons-Giants, but I guess that got changed, or maybe we looked at it wrong.
think we looked at it wrong.
Okay.
Sorry, excuse me. I'll find out where it is. Don't mean to be rude looking at my phone. Thursday Night Football.
It's in Houston.
Okay, cool. It's +8.
Yep. Houston's +8.
Houston's +8.
So they're starting the Stanford quarterback.
Yeah, David Mills.
Yes.
Yeah, so this will be interesting. Unlike we're going to get to some other 2-0 teams, like the Broncos, I like, this is my least favorite 2-0 team, the Panthers.
Okay, really?
Yeah, they are.
You like the Denver Broncos more?
Yeah, I like the air out style.
You really don't like Sam Darnold.
It's not that. It's okay. They have a much better offense, far better. But the Denver defense, is leagues and heads and shoulders above.
I think Panthers defense is okay.
They're all right.
I think that you're right. The Broncos have a better defense, but I think
they have to dominate the time of possession though. That they use CMC.
I like who they got though. offensively, I think they're like
They
you
got
said,
David Moore. They got
some guys on offense, and on top of that, they have the best running back in the league. That's not like something.
That's not debatable. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not debatable. And then Sam Darnold is playing pretty well. I know they played against the Jets week 1, but beating the Saints is still impressive to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Saints are going to end up in the playoffs. I don't know. I think I would put the Panthers over the Broncos, but I feel like we just have different opinions on that.
Yeah, I'm more. It comes down to this. I'm more of a defensive guy. You're more of an offensive guy, and I think the Denver Broncos. Literally before the season, what were people saying? They're a quarterback away from like being in Super Bowl contention. Teddy Bridgewater is not a bad quarterback. He's got a bunch of weapons. He's got Cortland Sutton. He's got Noah Fant. Melvin Gordon's a little washed, but it's fine. Their offensive line is all right. They can't move the ball on the ground very well. And their defense, Von Miller in that defensive line, I still love.
No, they got. I mean,
they still got dudes on their defense.
You're right. Justin's in here. He says, "What's up, guys? I went 14-2 in picks. I like Packers money line. We'll talk about Niners Packers.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that soon. Congrats on the successful week.
Yeah, well played.
Yeah, nicely done.
Yeah,
I know you had the Panthers last week. That was a good call.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to talk about Thursday Night Football, then get into our favorite picks, then we'll talk about some other stuff, fantasy football and all that. But yeah.
Thursday night,
so
Panthers, Texans.
Texans are 8-point underdogs. Obviously, with the rookie quarterback here at home. Who do you favor in this matchup? And just talk spread.
The fact that they're talking they're throwing in Davis Mills. Like I like Davis Mills at Stanford. I thought he was like a very like solid. He was a second round pick, right? I believe.
Yeah.
A very solid second round pick quarterback. Yeah. It's really tough. I wouldn't want to bet on this game. This is like a tough because what do you think is going to happen? He's not going to come out and dominate. I mean, but I don't know, man. The Texans have proven us wrong time and again these first 2 games. I thought they were going to be way worse than they are, but I could see the Panthers covering. But I wouldn't want to bet on it.
Well, I could see the Panthers covering, but then like it's like we literally have no information on this guy, right? I guess like the way I look at it is you kind of just got to lean Panthers because that's what we know. Like, we don't know what this guy's going to do. He's at home, so it's not going to be as hostile of an environment. But, like, still, man, we have no information on the guy regardless of how well he played in college.
The likelihood is the Panthers are going to cover. But also, there is something to be said about not having tape on a guy. And the defense has no game plan. Like, if he comes out well, I'm just saying.
No, you're totally right. Like, Heineke gave the Buccaneers a
when
run
you
for
have
their money
when
in
you
the
have
playoffs.
Exactly. When you have no tape on a quarterback, it's really hard for a defensive coordinator to plan for them.
I just feel like the way we run our bets and, like, the way we like our picks is we kind of go based on what we know.
Oh,
we don't bet on the unknown.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
But there is enough unknown in this that I would stay away from this game.
Oh.
That's what I'm trying to say.
No, yeah. I think there's a chance that the Texans and just to get into Heineke, who's going on the road, I know he's played a couple of times. Like, I don't know, man. Like, there's chances that these guys could do weird things, But and also on Thursday Night Football, like, everyone says it.
Oh, man. Thursday night's a wild. It's hard.
Everyone says it, bro. It's like a weird game, man.
It's like, it's really bad to bet on Thursday Night Football because it's so, like, you don't know what the hell's going to happen. Because it's a short week, a really short week. It's not like a Monday and then you play on Sunday. It's a Thursday night game. It's the shortest week you get.
I think I really didn't watch too much of the Texans, to be honest, but I saw like they're keeping up with the Browns, which we didn't bet on.
Mm-hmm.
But like I was very surprised to see like that Texans team keep up with. We look at the Browns as like a top 10 team, just defense and offense. So
yeah,
that was pretty crazy. Justin, if you put in, I got Panthers D in fantasy. If you put in 100, you get 125 for the Panthers money line. That was for last week, I think.
Yeah, they're minus 410 now. I don't think you'd.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But yeah.
Oh, maybe he means like with like it's $25, right? Is that 410, 400? If you bet 100, you'd get $25, right? if it's minus 400.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he means.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I don't think there's a lot to talk about this game. I would take, if I had to bet on this, I would take the Panthers to cover, but like there's enough unknown, and the Texans are at home, and it's a Thursday night game, and it's a rookie quarterback. Like I don't want to bet on this game.
No, I'm staying away.
I think we agree on that, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a crazy game. I could see the Texans covering it, honestly.
You don't know. Like it's just too
I
wild.
feel like there's two options. Texans literally just like come out like just firing on all cylinders, and like this rookie quarterback's for real, or the dude gets pick 6 and the Panthers just stomp all over him -8 easy. So it's just like it's kind of a coin flip, but I would lean Panthers here.
Yeah, I think we both agree on that. Yeah. So.
All right, so we're gonna hop in.
So we're gonna do like our picks, and then we're gonna go down to 3 or 4 that we really like. But
okay, so you want to open up here, or do you want me to take the floor?
I think you have a couple more than me. You should go first.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna just hop in here and say I like Rams plus 1.5. The line opened up Rams -1. The public's been all over the Buccaneers this week, and I mean, why wouldn't they? You know, they got Tom Brady, the Super Bowl defending champ, coming into Los Angeles. For some reason, dude, I know Tom has a hard time against pass rushes, and I know the Rams' pass rush hasn't been as good as they have in years past.
Yeah.
But Aaron Donald's a beast. I don't love the offense. I mean, they got a good offensive line. It's not the greatest. I think they can get some pressure on Tom, and I just like the narrative here, man.
You got Jalen Ramsey on the back end still.
Yeah, I don't know. I could see the Rams pulling out of this one. I like the value here. They're at home. They gave the Buccaneers trouble last year.
With Jared Goff.
At the
helm,
quarterback.
bro.
And I'm a huge Buccaneer fanboy. I'm gonna be honest here. I watched pretty much all their games last year. Huge supporter of Tom and all that. I like watching his games and all that. But he has trouble against teams that can get to the quarterback. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the Rams squeak out and take the win here.
I just think this is going to be Stafford's his career coming to fruition type of game. They're going to win this game. I kind of like the Rams money line even, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I do too.
And
by the way, just to hop on that. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
I see the public betting this one even more, dude. I think
they're throwing down on the Bucks right now.
Yeah, I could see the line move maybe half a point, to Rams
2.
+2. So if you like the Rams, I would probably wait a little bit. Maybe you can get them at +2.
Mm-hmm.
We're not experts either, by the way, but we're just kind of looking into it, enjoying it, having fun here, taking pics, hanging out with you guys. So
yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, so Justin, we'll get to that. I'll get to that soon. I want to talk Justin Fields, but we'll get to that in a sec. So I think for the Rams, man, I think the Rams are going to take this game. I really do. I haven't liked what I've seen from the Bucs. I think, the Cowboys are better now, but they're not, the best. They have a very high power offense.
Yeah.
But they lost one of their really good defensive linemen. I don't love, they're going to be solid, but they'll be top half of the league. And who'd they beat last week? Who the Bucs beat last week?
The Bucs beat the Falcons.
Yeah, so that means nothing to me.
Yeah. They own the Falcons.
The Rams have beaten they beat the Bears, who have a great defense.
And the Colts.
And Andy Dalton was throwing. So I mean, Andy Dalton was bad, so that's a little counter. But I like that D line.
The Colts.
And the Colts are a really solid team.
And Indianapolis.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So I like those wins more than I like what the Bucs have gone through, and I think this is going to be a rude awakening for the Buccaneers.
I mean, dude, the Bucs are a better team on paper. They're the Super Bowl champs.
They're deeper.
We just feel like with the injuries that they took in their secondary, week 1 against the Cowboys, paired with the fact that Tom Brady doesn't do well when the pocket's getting collapsing. If Tom Brady's protected, he's proven time and time again that he's the best quarterback, of all time. But if he gets pressured, I mean, dude, you look at his stats. I mean, most quarterbacks have trouble with it, but he can't escape. So
I think Stafford's gonna. Oh man, like 300 yards or something. Like I think
Oh, I would totally start Stafford over Justin Fields this week,
yeah.
hands down.
Yeah.
I mean, look at other opposing quarterbacks are doing against the Tampa Bay defense. I know Matt Ryan threw 2 pick sixes, but that's Matt Ryan. I'm not a huge fan
I think
of
there's
his.
injuries on the backside of the Buccaneers. I don't know, because I'm in a tough spot with that because I'm deciding whether to start Aaron Rodgers versus the Niners or Justin Fields versus the Browns.
Yeah.
And I kind of like Justin Fields, like, to be honest, over Aaron Rodgers, but Stafford has been playing better, but it's close to that. The thing about Justin Fields, I think so I don't love the Browns secondary. Like, it's good, it's solid, but, like, I think Justin Fields' running capabilities is going to, like, be able to stymie the pass rush of the Browns. So
Right.
I'm going to get into that later, but I'm, like, on the fence on that. But he's been watching the Bucs more than me. They do have a bunch of injuries in their secondary. I think Stafford's the safer pick. I think Justin Fields has more upside, to be honest. Like, Justin Fields could get you 2 rushing touchdowns, and then it's, like, pretty wild. But I think I would pick Stafford if I were you.
I mean, Justin Fields is also a rookie quarterback. So
yeah, but
the Browns,
the mobility, I don't know.
I agree, but the Browns defense can give guys like Mahomes problems. So that's not.
He doesn't run a 4-3 though.
You're right. We'll talk about it.
We're gonna get into that, but I would start Stafford in that.
Okay,
case.
so we both like Rams plus 1.5 money line here.
I like money line.
He likes
Plus 105.
Dean likes value. I'm just putting it in the pick, but we're
Yeah.
probably going to be betting money line.
Yeah.
All right, so what's your pick here?
Okay.
We got one solid pick in there.
So we both agree with that.
Yeah.
So that'll go into our possible, like, I'm just
Yes,
making
sir.
sure.
Yes, sir.
I like, let's go to, I like, sorry, 1 second. I just need to know who they're playing. Oh, yeah. I like the Cardinals covering 7.5 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars have looked absolutely horrendous, and Kyler Murray is, like, on God level right now, with his passing, and it's literally insane. And I've seen nothing from the Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, the Jaguars have lost to the Texans, right?
Yeah.
The Jaguars, what do you think? And the Falcons are the 2 worst teams in the league? Like, I think the Cardinals are out to prove, that last year, when they died down the stretch, that they're not that team anymore. And Chandler Jones has, like, 6 sacks on the season now, and they got J.J. Watt. They got a tremendous pass rush overall now. And I just think Trevor Lawrence is going to have major problems with that team. So,
I think, so I listened to, a lot of expert opinions on it, and, professional bettors, they love taking the underdog who's at home. But this is a different case scenario, right? This is the worst team probably in the league.
the money's down on the Jaguars, like, hardcore.
The money is pouring into the Jaguars.
Minus 120. Minus 120 for the Jaguars to cover plus 7.5, and it's plus 100 for the Cardinals to cover minus 7.5.
Wow.
I love that. That's great value.
So the line opened at minus 2.5, and then
It's just
I think, so there's big money pouring in.
on the Jaguars.
It's coming in late. 88% of the bets and 94% of the money are on the Cardinals. So the professionals are taking the professionals, as I quote, are taking the Jaguars. They like the home underdogs covering it. However, what have we seen from the Jags, bro? We've seen absolutely nothing. So what makes us believe that they're just going to turn it around against a team that's dynamic like the Arizona Cardinals? I will say this. The Cardinals were a field goal away from losing against Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
A missed field goal, rather. That should have happened.
Come back to bite them. Yeah.
I feel like, would we be looking at this Arizona Cardinals team differently had that field goal been made? Probably. They're a 1-1 team going into Jacksonville. Maybe
a little bit, but what I've seen from Kyler Murray hasn't really changed. I do agree that they do give up some big plays, but the thing is, I'm not really worried about the Jaguars giving up big plays.
No.
At least Minnesota has Dalvin Cook and Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen. You know,
I might like the over in this. Depending
it's
on what
52.
52.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see it being high scoring. I could see Arizona pouring in points on that team.
It's gonna be high score. I think the over's gonna hit. Actually,
yeah.
Actually, I don't know. Are the Jaguars going to be able to score enough points?
I
I like the value of plus 100 for minus 7.5 on the Cardinals. Like, that's very nice to me.
The Jaguars, I mean, dude, like, the past 2 weeks have shown us anything. Jaguars are the worst team in the league. I just, like, for some reason, like, I don't know. I mean, I think this is a no-brainer, but, like, part of me thinks, like, shouldn't this line be, like, minus 10? Like, why isn't...
Because they're home.
I know they're home, but, like, I wonder if Vegas is, like...
Trapping.
Exactly. I think they could be trapping a little bit, but...
All the money's down on the Jaguars, though.
No, most of the money's on the Cardinals. The recent sharp money, which indicates, like...
Oh, the sharp money.
Sharp money is just professionals. That's just, like, big money coming in from, like, small crowd.
Yeah.
Justin says the Jags are the only team without a rushing attempt in the end zone. So, yeah, I mean, the Jaguars are terrible this year.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Why don't we circle this one? Because I know we're trying to get our favorites. And I like this one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think this one, like, I would probably bet on this, but I just kind of want to hear what we got going forward. It's like, it's, do I lean on the Arizona Cardinals in this? Yes, I'm not going to bet on the Jaguars.
Okay.
All
right.
I could be down for that, depending on what other ones we got.
Okay, you're up.
All right.
We'll switch off.
All right. I'll take dude, I have an interesting one, dude. So the Chargers are plus 6.5, divisional rivals with the Chiefs. I know the Chiefs are, like, you know, the greatest offense we've ever seen. Boss man fat. Should I? Okay, wait. Sorry, man. I'm all over the place. We'll get to your fantasy question in a second. Chargers plus 6.5 against the Chiefs in Kansas City. For some reason, dude, my eye test when I watched the games last week, that Kansas City defense looks terrible. I think Herbert's going to have a hell of a game. He's going to have his way against that defense. Like, he could easily throw over 300 yards.
Yeah.
And for some reason, because that defense is so trash, regardless of what Mahomes and the offense can do, they haven't been able to cover in, like, their last 7 games. I think they've had, like, 1-point games aside from the Super Bowl. And up until the Ravens game, that was the first one that they had lost.
Mm-hmm.
So a bunch of the times they're playing these close games and they're losing by 1, but, like, still they're not covering these spreads that Vegas keeps giving them, because the public loves to bet on the Chiefs anyway. They're just like, oh, fuck it, we'll just put money on the Chiefs.
Yeah, no, I got you. That's like, I agree with everything you said, but I don't want to bet against the Chiefs at home. Like, I think that's tough. I think that's pretty tough. If this was a game for them to cover, if there were any game for them to cover, it would be this game.
You think so?
And as a Justin Herbert fantasy owner in the other league, Justin Herbert has not been doing great for me. Like, I don't.
Okay, well, to be fair, I watched that entire Cowboy Chargers game.
Yeah.
They had, I think, 2, maybe 3 touchdowns called back on bonehead penalties. That literally, they were gimmies. That they should have smoked the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Like, the Dallas Cowboys are very lucky to be walking out of that game with a win, let alone the cover. I didn't think they were going to cover. They got out of there with the win. I'm telling you, I watched the game. The eye test told me everything. I watched the Chiefs game. The eye test told me everything. The Chiefs got a bad defense, and the Chargers should have came out of the game against the Cowboys with a win.
Yeah,
I just don't trust that Kansas City defense. Like, do you think they can cover?
I don't trust the Kansas City defense either, but I don't know if I want to, like, get near that game.
I think Kansas City for sure will win this game. Like, I would doubt they lose back-to-back weeks. Mahomes is a god in September, but, like, I just don't know if I trust them on a 6.5-point spread when they have had trouble doing, 4-point spreads, 5-point spreads.
No, there's logic there.
We could circle it.
I haven't seen enough from the Chargers for me to. I've seen their offense, their D-line's good, obviously, but I don't love, like, betting against the Chiefs at home. Like, I know. Obviously, they have not been playing well. They haven't been covering.
You just don't want to bet against Mahomes.
Not at home. I don't want to deal with that. Like,
right.
I'm not really interested in touching that.
All right, let's hop over to a fantasy question from Bossman Fat. Should I drop Elijah Moore for Zach Pascal or KJ Osborne? Dean, I'm gonna let you take the floor on that.
Elijah Moore is the guy in the Jets, right? I
Uh,
believe.
yeah, I think so.
He's the Jets rookie from Mississippi, I believe. Sorry, the internet's...
Yeah, Ole Miss.
Okay, it's him. Yeah. For Zach Pascal or KJ Osborne. So KJ Osborne, I believe, is on the Broncos, right? Oh no, he's on Minnesota. Oh yeah, totally. So KJ Osborne is the guy that, because Irv Smith Jr., their tight end, got hurt, he's come in and kind of been the third guy. So that's your option there. Or Zach Pascal is the guy in the Colts, right? And all he does is catch touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's him, right? That's
I don't know, dude. The Jets have not. I mean, the Jets are going to be behind in a lot of games. They're not going to be.
Elijah Moore's been a major drop candidate though. He hasn't been good at all.
Yeah.
Man, that's a tough one because Pascal's like been carrying value because of touchdowns, and you can't just bet on touchdowns. I'd probably do KJ Osborne. Are you like in a 12 or 16 man league? Because there's probably better options at wide receiver than those two guys.
That sounds like a deep league right there.
That sounds like a really deep league.
That's those questions.
If
right
you're
there.
that deep, like I might stick with Elijah
Or it sounds
Moore.
like you got a big bench because we.
Yeah, like
these
a
are,
7.
These are definitely waivers in our league with our
Even
bench.
in a 6-man bench, 12-man league, like those, there would be better options than those guys.
That sounds like a
If
deep
you
league.
had to make me pick, I'd probably go.
I might go Pascal.
I might go Pascal. Like,
Ride the touchdown train, baby.
yeah. Man, he gets. Yeah.
Red zone targets are an actual thing, though. Like, look at Hunter Henry a couple years ago.
I just think, okay, I would do, okay, yes, I would do Zach Pascal for this reason. Dalvin Cook gets receptions. Adam Thielen gets receptions. And Justin Jefferson. If the Colts, like, just Taylor doesn't really, he's not a huge reception guy. Like, not major like Dalvin Cook. So you're only competing with, one other guy? Who else is on that squad? The Colts don't have as many weapons. So I would choose Zach Pascal. Yeah.
Definitely.
So yeah, you circled the...
I circled Chargers. You circled Cardinals. We might come back to those two. We might like those two.
The Rams, we like a lot. We both agree.
We both agreed on the Rams.
Okay, so... Okay. You're up.
No, I just did Chargers.
Oh, nothing. Okay,
You're good, bro.
I'll do the Niners. You know, I know we say to stay away from the Niners, but
So our boy Justin in the chat earlier was going Packers money line, and that was me a couple of days ago.
okay.
I'm backtracking here.
No, go ahead.
I'm keeping the audience engaged. You know?
No, you're good. You're good.
It's what
you're
we
good.
do. It's what we do here at Pacific Sports Talk Radio. Yeah, I looked at the Packers money line. I was like, dude, you're giving me plus 170 to take Aaron Rodgers, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, to win a game. Like, he could do that by himself.
Mhm.
But then we look at what he's done against the Niners. Then we look at what he's done in the Niners turf.
He's horrible on the West Coast.
Terrible on the West Coast.
Terrible.
Well, we don't have stats on this, but like, I haven't really seen him. I don't know.
He's like 2-8 or 2-9 when he plays away on the West Coast, like in his career. Like that's always been Aaron Rodgers' Achilles heel. Like going back, it's ironic because he's from California.
Chico.
Yeah, Butte. Went to Butte Junior College.
Yes, sir.
And then went to Cal.
Yeah.
So he's terrible on the West Coast, and the kryptonite to the Green Bay Packers is the run game and like just getting it run down your throat. And the Niners are one of the best teams in the league at that. So
Just exactly.
it's really hard for me to I want to take my bias out of this, but there's too many like points that are pointing towards the Niners covering, and I think they'll cover easily. Like the Packers. Oh yeah, by the way, Zadarius Smith and Bakhtiari. You know their left tackle.
Yeah.
That's second behind
No,
Trent Williams.
Bosa's gonna feast.
Bosa's gonna have like I might prop him 2 sacks.
2.5, bro.
Like that's aggressive though.
No, I got you.
I was
But
thinking
I feel
I
like
was
the
about to
line-
say 3.
No, the line's
That's a little-
I bet you if there is a line out there, which there probably is because everyone's degenerate these days. It's
Yeah.
probably 2.5.
So I'd like to take prop Bosa 2 sacks.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
like to put that down.
The other thing is, so the run game, right? The argument is, all right, who do the Niners have at running back? Every single one of them's injured.
That means
Where do you come back at that? Because like
it's
Shanahan could pull someone from the
Shanahan
street.
the Shanahan tree.
They pull someone from the street and he's gonna get 100 yards. Like
They just pull fast guys off the street. That's literally it. Like
they might.
it's what's great about the Niners running game is it's the system more
Yeah.
so than the back. The system makes the back look really good.
Yeah.
Because the blocking is exceptional. And the zone read blocking, if you do it well, it's really hard to stop and it puts a lot of pressure on your back end. Your safeties, your corners, because they have to fight off blocks and make those plays because sometimes the linemen are getting deep on the backers and the backers can't make plays. So you're putting a lot of pressure on your back end. And if you have, all you need is fast guys that can run fast in a straight line. You don't even need cutters.
Oh yeah.
So I think any running back that gets playing time in the Niners, we've seen they play great and have great fantasy weeks. So I have full faith in
Dude, you could put Debo.
whoever gets thrown back
Put
there.
Debo Samuel in the backfield. Let him get some
Yeah,
handouts.
yeah. I that is the one counter argument to the Niners. I will agree with that. They have a
Yeah.
lot of running backs that are hurt, but I have full faith in the Shanahan run system because it's a scheme. It's not the running backs themselves.
We listen to both sides. You know, we take everything into account here, but we like the Niners minus 4.5. Or 3.5.
3.5.
I got them on there too.
Yeah,
That line's been pretty stable.
it has.
It hasn't really.
More people are throwing down on the, I think, Green Bay money line.
I think most people will end up taking the Niners, but yeah, the Packers money line is juicy. Do I think that Aaron Rodgers could somehow make that happen? Maybe, but statistics show that he struggles against this team that can run the ball down his throat and do it effectively.
And the rush, too. Like, Bakhtiari and Zadarius Smith. So the Packers are missing one of their best deep DNs
yeah,
and their left tackle.
I almost would rather, if I were the Packers, dude, I'd almost rather like not have Devontae Adams but,
And
like,
Aaron
have,
Jones.
but, like,
I'd rather be missing both of them
than have
than
your,
be missing one of my D line. It's the line, man.
Aaron Jones could make it, or Aaron Rodgers could make it happen with like fucking Randall Cobb out there, but he
Valdez Scantling.
needs he needs his offensive line. Yeah.
and Zadarius. I just think those are such huge losses.
Yeah.
Whatever, like, you can't lose your best lineman on
No.
both sides of the ball. Like, I think that's what puts me on the Niners side.
Totally.
So I think that's all I really have to say about that. I think the Niners will cover 3.5.
Boss man fat. Also, Emmanuel Sanders is available, but I already have Cole Beasley.
So, do you want me to go or you want to answer this? I have Emmanuel Sanders in my other league. I picked him up.
You probably know more about this. Than
So
me.
Emmanuel Sanders. So I don't know, boss man. If you've been watching the Bills, you have Cole Beasley. So that is a little annoying having two receivers on the same team. I had kind of the same thing with Marvin Jones and Laviska Shenault in my other league.
Yeah. Sure.
It's not a great time having both of them, but I kind of like Emmanuel Sanders there, to be honest with you, because of the Bills' passing game. You know, it's a great passing game. You know, I think it could feed enough. It could feed three receivers, and Emmanuel Sanders has been getting some great targets. Josh Allen missed him on like 3 deep ones last week, and I would rather have Emmanuel Sanders than Pascal or KJ Osborne, to be honest with you.
Cole Beasley's been pretty money, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a lot of targets, but I don't know. What do you think about having two receivers on the same team?
I mean, it depends, dude. Like
On the Bills' offense,
on the Bills' offense,
do you think they have enough passing attack for that?
they're
to work?
definitely a pass-heavy team, but
Mhm.
like I feel like it just all goes through Diggs, and then like Beasley is a good number 2. I haven't watched enough of the Bills to see like where Emmanuel Sanders can be effective because I also know Josh Allen favors throwing to like random tight ends. Like they get a lot.
Dawson Knox hasn't been getting that many passes.
No?
Their tight end hasn't
Okay.
been.
I mean, you're the Bills expert here.
I'm not the Bills. I just been watching a little
Bills
bit.
Mafia, baby.
Emmanuel Sanders is not like wash, is what I'm trying to say, and I'd rather have him more than those two guys.
Yeah, no, I totally got you.
If we're doing, It just kind of sucks having two guys on the same team because like maybe bye week that sucks, but
Okay.
yeah. Anyways,
Let's hop here. So we
yeah.
we like the Niners and the Rams. So
NFC West.
it's funny. It's
funny how that works
a West Coast podcast. And we're taking the West Coast teams.
We're
Here.
trying to take the West Coast bias out of it, though.
We're not biased at all here.
No,
guys.
we're not. We're very fair.
We advised you to bet against the Niners last week, and how'd that fare? Not too well. So we're not going to do that.
It was sketch, though.
No, we said we're staying away, and we did.
And we did. We were smart. So what's the next one?
All right, so my third one. So I had Rams and Chargers. We were kind of iffy on the Chargers. We like the Rams. My third pick of this week's Week 3 NFL, drum roll. I'll take the Eagles +4 in Dallas.
Monday night?
Monday night.
Wow.
Let's talk about that one. Because
I'm intrigued. That's
yeah.
I like this a lot more than your Chargers Chiefs pick.
Okay.
But oh man, I could see them doing it.
I just know that the public. I know that like Dallas Cowboy fans. If you got any in the chat here, they love to bet on their team. They are probably one of the most like.
They're crazy.
They're crazy fan
They're
base,
crazy
man.
fan
They
base.
love their Cowboys, and they're gonna bet their Cowboys.
Not in a bad way. Well, some of them, but
We're not gonna get into like the antics, the group antics here.
yeah.
But anyways, I just feel like there's a lot of hype on the Cowboys, and I watched that entire Chargers Cowboys game,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't love what I saw. I think I didn't. It almost. I didn't love what I saw, or I didn't love what I didn't like what I see, dude. Like.
You didn't love what you
I'm
saw.
not speaking correctly.
It's
right
cool.
now.
It's early.
I'm hungry, man. But like, I didn't love what I saw in that game. Like,
Got it.
Dak Prescott, he looked all right.
So, what did you say the line was? 4.5?
It's 4. It's 4. I think it could go to 4.
It's 3.5 right now.
Oh, okay. So people are betting on the Eagles.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Some line movement there. So it's 3.5.
So it's 3.5 now.
That makes it a little interesting because I did like it at 4.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think it's kind of a pick 'em because like
It is a pick 'em.
you get the Eagles, like you give the home team 3 points, right? So it's pretty much a 0.5 spread. So it's pick 'em leaning Cowboys.
So if the Eagles cover 3, you're good though.
Yeah.
And I literally think this is just gonna the NFC East, man. This is just I feel like it's gonna be just like the Washington Giants game we just saw the last Thursday night.
It's gonna be back and forth.
It's gonna be like, don't you think like the same game? The NFC East just plays like that.
The Eagles always have crazy games with the Cowboys.
Man, I don't. It's hard for me because Dallas is home. It's a division game, so division game is always a coin flip, basically, right? Like,
Yeah.
You're right. I think we got lucky on our pick with the Cowboys Chargers last week.
We totally got lucky.
The Eagles gave the Niners fits. Granted, they're probably one of the top 5 home teams. They're playing in Philadelphia is tough.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, man, it's tough. If you made me choose, I like the Eagles covering. But I don't love division games where you're away and,
I got you.
But I'd circle it. I like the Eagles, though.
And we can also talk over-under in that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Pull out our phones really quick.
It's 51.5.
51.5. That's a pretty solid line. That's like the barrier between low scoring and high scoring. Like, once it goes over to that, you never know what it's going to hit if it goes on.
Man. I don't know if the Cowboys are going to be able to stop Jalen Hurts, even though they have a good D-line.
I could see that going over.
I could see the over going.
Because what do the Cowboys want to do? They're not a team that wants to
The
crash.
Cowboys want to air it out.
They don't want to be defensive.
Zeke's usage has been like atrocious. Like they're just trying to air it out. And what do the Eagles are like a small back like catch system. Like Miles Sanders is a scat back, Kenneth Gainwell behind him they just catch, they're just trying to run quick.
I might take CeeDee Lamb on receptions. I feel like Dak's just going to keep targeting him. I don't know what it's at. It's probably somewhere crazy, like 8. But
That's high.
That's high, but I'm just saying I could see.
I'd say 7 is like a perfect line for that.
Oh, if it's 7 receptions, I'd hammer CeeDee Lamb. I
So
know.
if it's 7, it's going to be over 7 though. Like he's been getting fed too much.
He's been getting fed like crazy. All right, so we're iffy on this one.
I do think the Eagles D line. I wonder if the Eagles' strategy going into this game is to run the ball. That's the one
Okay.
thing. Because wouldn't you want to keep Dak and that offense off the field
Mm-hmm.
and just use your D line and win the possession game?
So it's
Because they can't outshoot the Cowboys.
essentially
Literally.
it's essentially like, who do you think is going to have their way in this game? If the Cowboys
Yes.
have their way, then the over hits.
Yes.
Or do you think that the Eagles are going to execute their game plan better, and then it's going to be the under?
That's what it is.
That's a good point. So it's who do you favor in the matchup? Dude, it's hard to say because
I kind of
just-
like the Eagles in the under.
I
don't know.
like- I
Now
like-
the more I talk about it.
I like Eagles in the under too a little bit
Because oh man, I just think if any team's gonna be able to like prevent. I mean, the Chargers did it last week, prevented them from scoring, and the Eagles D line is really good. Oh man, my phone, whatever.
phone died.
Yeah, that's cool.
I got you on whatever you need, bro.
Thanks. But I think the Eagles are gonna try and run the ball. Because they're not gonna try and outshoot the Cowboys. You know, I
No.
just don't think they're gonna.
But they do have interesting weapons, right? Devonta Smith, Jalen Rieger's been better. They had that huge 90-yard play.
They do, but they don't want to get in a shootout with the Cowboys.
No,
At away, like
they
at
they tried it last year and they got blown out. They
they're
got torched by Andy Dalton last year.
yeah, I guarantee you the Eagles are going to try running the ball. Like, Miles Sanders is going to get major work.
Okay.
Because what I would do is I would just try and rush Dak to hell, get the ball, and then keep the ball for 7 minutes, 6 minutes at a time. Like,
No, I got you.
you know.
All right, let's hear your final pick. We each get 3. We talk about it.
So, yeah, I like New England covering -3
Okay.
against the Saints.
Dude, so I lean Patriots in that game.
Yeah.
The Saints are on the road. They don't have their coaches, or do they? Like, we don't know.
Yeah, we were talking off air, you know. What were you saying about them? What was all the...
There's COVID situation. They also, Superdome, it was just trending on Twitter that it was on fire.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
On top of that, like, their entire city was like Atlantis a couple weeks ago, or maybe
Yeah.
still. Like, we're not really
Atlantis.
following
jeez.
it that heavily, but you know, hopefully you guys in New Orleans are safe. Sorry to hear about all that stuff, but I just can't take the Saints on the road against a guy who is known as the best coach of all time in football.
Yeah, and I just think Belichick, man, he's going to have a full... They're, as you said, they haven't been home. It's kind of like what the Niners dealt with last year when they had to stay in Arizona.
That was tough.
Yes.
On top of all the injuries.
So they're just away from home the whole time. They can't... You said they can't even... Obviously, they can't go back and practice. They have to, like...
They're far from their practice
I
facility.
know. So, and the Saints are a team that thrive at home, you know, and being around home, and, you know, that's who the Saints have always been. So I think going up to New England, I think Belichick's going to... I think you're going to see a lot of Damian Harris. They're going to run the ball a lot, and they're, you know, New England's defense isn't anything to sneeze at. You know, they're solid. So
I mean, Mac Jones is like the lowest air yards in the league. He's throwing these short dink and
just move
dunks,
the chains.
but like he's not taking any chances.
no chances.
Bill's saying, you know, like, this is a no fun team where we're just going to do everything right, and
Mac's very safe with the ball. Knock on wood.
very safe.
He does exactly what Belichick tells him to do.
I could see them exposing Jameis. I mean, last week he had 3 turnovers. What did we say, man?
There are some ball hawks in New England too. Like
Jameis better be careful, man. Taysom Hill.
it could get out of hand.
Dude, if Jameis has a trio of turnovers this week, I can already see Taysom Hill is going to start coming.
That's an interesting take. Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Yes.
like, Jameis. What does Jameis want to do deep down? He just wants to throw it into triple coverage and make some
Just wants
crazy
to-
plays.
He's like a less like accoladed Brett Favre.
Yeah,
Like, isn't he like a modern day Brett Favre?
I don't know.
Brett Favre leads the NFL, you know, history for interceptions. You know,
He's
that,
a
right?
modern day Brett Favre that.
Less accolades. He
yeah.
hasn't won.
Oh. Yeah, I guess he's like a poor man's Brett Favre.
Yeah, there we go.
Let's say it. Let's say
There
it
we
right.
go.
Let's not.
That's perfect.
Let's not do Brett Favre dirty.
Well, he only has 1 ring. You know,
Jameis, I don't think he's ever getting one. So
no, I don't think so either. So are you cool with that? Or?
I like the Patriots.
Okay.
So we like Patriots, Niners, and Rams, and I think, to be honest, I think there's room for one more. So maybe we could talk about some other teams.
I have
I have a few on there.
Okay, cool.
I have a few. These are we'll call these our faves.
Yeah, so we're committed to those probably.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Cool. So
And if you guys have fantasy questions, of course, we'll get to those as well.
we're good right now.
Yeah, we're pretty solid.
So yeah. So what do you so I have two more to talk about if we need to. I like one more, but what do you got?
Dude, so I have a couple. So Ravens.
Okay.
What do we know about Lamar Jackson? Up until last week, he's a player that just beats on noobs. Like,
Yeah.
dude, the Ravens destroy below average teams.
Mhm.
Like, that's what they do. So that was our question mark when we were betting on the Ravens in week 1. We were like, well, because the Raiders, based on last season, were kind of frauds. They ended the season poorly. They started off great.
I don't even know if they were frauds.
We don't know who the Raiders are, but now we get a better idea.
Now we know for a fact. Well, we still don't know who they are, but we know for a fact. We don't know for a fact. I'm pretty sure, pretty confident that they're going to end the season top 15.
Yeah,
They're in the top half of the league now.
and they're interesting because they're going to get they're interesting. They're the Raiders. They're a coin flip team.
I think in a couple weeks we might start betting on the Raiders. I know that sounds a little crazy, but I need to see more. But go ahead. Sorry.
But dude, so what was our worry about that game? We were like, dude, Lamar, like he destroys teams that aren't great. Like they just run the ball. He does his thing. They win 30-16. It's just like it's over in the third quarter.
Who did they beat last week?
They beat the Chiefs.
Oh yeah, that was the crazy game.
That was a crazy game.
So
they play the Lions. They're 8-point favorites.
Is this is in Baltimore, right?
I don't know. I think it might be in Detroit. I think it's in Detroit.
Man, Detroit's wild. I don't know.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely confident the Ravens will win this game. I think covering it, like, the way they win these games is they cover these big spreads.
You know what I love in this game? The under, because they both want to run the ball. They
Really?
both want to run the ball.
I could see it being high scoring. I could see the Ravens putting up 30 points easily, and I could see the Lions getting random, like, 17 points.
Glenn Campbell, the Lions coach, has literally said, I want to run the ball.
Okay.
Like, they get behind and then they have to throw. What did they do against the Packers? Well, they were running the ball really well in the first half. But then the Packers... So, okay, you're right. It depends...
I just don't think they're going to be...
If the Ravens jump on them quick and they have to start throwing the ball, then it's going to be high
That's what's
scoring.
going to happen, though.
Okay. They have been tough at home, I'm just saying. But then again, the Niners jumped on them early, but the Packers didn't. But the Ravens are closer to the Niners than the Packers.
I just see the over.
So I guess the over can hit. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think the Lions are going to have their way with the Ravens, bro.
No.
Like, in that world that you're talking about, I don't see it happening, bro.
Well, I'm just thinking, like, the Ravens, I agree with you. I'm just saying, the Ravens, the way they play is they want to run the ball.
No, I get it.
So,
But they do it effectively. They do it quick.
no, they do it quick. But
Yeah.
if they get stopped,
Yeah.
maybe you give by running the ball and you don't score, you give the other team chances. That's all I'm saying.
I just don't. I think the Lions' defense is pretty comparable with Kansas City, and I just think the way.
I think the Lions' defense is better than Kansas City's defense.
Okay, that's fair. Kansas City's probably the worst.
The Lions' defense is top 15. They're not
I
that
still
bad.
think the way Lamar had it going last week, especially in the second half, I just see them carrying that momentum over. Like, I just don't think the Lions are going to be an issue when you're playing against a team that is capable of winning Super Bowls and you came through with a big win.
Okay.
I don't know. I know, like, they're the home underdog and they have an 8-point spread, but, like, I just can't put faith in Jared Goff and the Lions.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm really, like, close on that. Because I like your pick, but, like, I don't know if I could... I'm just saying I don't love the Ravens because I don't love Lamar's passing ability.
Okay,
Aaron Rodgers... So they jumped... Okay, this is different. Last week.
yeah.
It was 17-14 and a half. The Lions were up. they jumped on them because Aaron Rodgers started making plays with his arm. You know, he started. I mean, granted, Aaron Jones made some really good plays, but he was. I don't know. Like, I don't know if Lamar Jackson can make the same throws that Aaron Rodgers can make. You know, like jumping on him.
He can't. He can't. But
so jumping on him, they have to do it through the run game, and jumping on somebody through the run game, like scoring a ton of points quickly, takes like more time off the clock.
I'm just saying, like, Lamar Jackson literally was unstoppable last week with his ability to run the ball. It didn't matter. He wasn't doing it with his arm.
I know.
But then when you load up the box and you're like, all right, let's just dare him to throw it. He's got Hollywood Brown open right up down the middle, and he goes 80 yards. Like, it's just.
Yeah.
It doesn't take like Aaron Rodgers to make the throws that Lamar needs to make because he can do it with his legs.
I agree.
He's not going to be forced to make Aaron Rodgers caliber throws this week.
Yeah. I know. I got you. If I had to, I just don't think the Lions defense is that bad. If I had to bet on this, I agree with you. I think it's fine, but I don't want to touch this game totally. Like, I think it's
all right.
But I think that's a really interesting game.
We cool. All right.
I do think that game is going to tell me a lot about the Ravens. Like, I just think two weeks in, I'm still a little, because we don't know who the hell the Raiders are, you know, and the Chiefs, you've said, look like crap because they have.
Well, offensively they're amazing, but it's just defensively they're crap.
Exceptionally
but
bad on defense.
I don't know. I just think, like, the momentum that the Ravens carry it forward, like, that was a very big win for them. Regardless of how terrible Kansas City's defense looked, for them to go for it on fourth down and say, on their own 30-yard line, with literally staring at the score and saying, if we don't get this conversion, the Chiefs beat us. Like, it doesn't even take the genius to figure that one out.
No, I get it. Well, yeah, because they knew the Chiefs are just the better team.
With no timeouts. Like, I don't know. I just think that was a huge victory. Morale. Their morale is boosted. Lamar's confident. I think they can cover, and I think the over would be the one to take in that matchup.
I see your side. I'd say this is comparable to that Eagles-Dallas game. That's my feeling on it.
Okay.
So it's close, but I don't know if I'd put it in our favorites. That's all I'm saying.
No, I got you. Talk to me, though. What you got?
So, Denver minus 10.5.
Okay.
That's a big one. My phone died. Do you know who they're playing again? I wrote
Denver
it down.
minus 10.5.
It's a lot.
Let's see here. They're minus 11 against the Jets now.
Oh, it moved?
Yeah.
It was 10.5 an hour ago.
I think I think at 10 I like it. I think 11, 10.5.
It literally just moved in an hour.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Wow. Okay, well, let me put down. Okay, so
talk to me though. This is in Denver, so
okay. So there are a couple of reasons. It was in Denver.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson. I don't know if you saw. I saw the highlights from last week. He was just trying to make plays where there weren't plays, and that's why he threw 4 picks. Like,
yeah,
it was atrocious. But Denver has a really good defense. I love Denver's defense. I think Denver's got like a top 8 defense. And I think Von Miller and those guys are going to get home. And their back end, they have good corners. So I just think at home, I think, man, Teddy Bridgewater, they can't run the ball well. I think it's just going to be really high scoring. And I don't know if the Jets are going to actually, on the Broncos side, I don't know if the Jets are going to be able to score that much because the Denver defense is too good.
Yeah. No,
But I agree. Man, 11. Damn. I liked.
Well, I think it opened up at like minus 7, minus 8. Sorry here. Let's see. Opened at it opened at 5.5.
Wow.
So it's moved 6 points, 5.5 points.
Man.
Under over is 41.5. So Vegas believes that Denver,
Jets aren't going to score anything.
Denver's going to smoke them, and they're just they're going to just hold they'll win like 25-10.
Man, 41.5. They're like baiting you to do the over.
Yeah,
they're baiting you, but the Jets have been.
There's a few like over baits.
I kind of like that over.
41.5. Okay, so that's one over bait. You want to hear another one?
What?
New England Saints, or New England versus the Saints, 41.5 as well. Like the Saints and the
but that's a new. That's in New England, and the Saints have a better offense
Do they though?
than the Jets.
No. I got you. But I'm saying defensively, those two. I don't know.
Defensively, they're comparable.
We're
The
hopping around.
The
Okay.
Bronco. I think it's fair to make parallels. Like I think New England and the Broncos defense is close,
Yeah.
but I think the Saints have a far better offense than what the hell are the Jets? The Jets actually may be the worst team in the league. I think they are actually.
I just think I think these rookie quarterback teams with Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars, and then the Jets with the BYU kid, Zach Wilson. I just think, dude, I don't know, man. Those guys should get smoked, but are they gonna?
The Jets looked horrible last week.
We could just do a freaking parlay and just take the freaking bet against them every week because they look terrible. But I feel like they're.
But I don't know where they're going to improve.
I'll tell you this.
That's what I mean. I guess you bet on Zach Wilson improving and getting closer with this. Saleh.
I lean more on the Cardinals on the two different
the Cardinals.
On the two different bad. I know I'm all over the place, but the two
The
different.
maybe bets.
The maybe bets, but you brought up you have the Denver Broncos beating the Jets and then the Cardinals beating the Jaguars. I think Urban Meyer's is total shit show down there in Jacksonville. I trust them to be worse than.
Yeah,
I don't trust Denver Broncos is what I'm trying to say. I feel like you put too much faith in their offense.
I think the I put more faith in their defense is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
And I think they're going to be airing the ball out. And, I was going to say it's at 11 now. I think it's too high.
Teddy Bridgewater.
I was going to say 10.5 and buy a point. I like 10.
Teddy covers, man. They call him Teddy covers.
Because he covers.
He covers spreads.
I was going to say 10.5 and buy a point. But at 11... Because what do you think? I think they can win by... I think 10. I think 10's fine.
What's our coin flip, dude? Which one's our coin flip at?
So that's it. We're going to stick... Those are our faves?
No, we should talk... We should... I don't even want to... what do you think?
I don't think we should add any. I don't think we're confident enough in our maybes. I think we both put up points.
I think... Yeah.
I think those three are fine.
Yeah. What
do you think?
I like those three. I think... But let's talk about a coin flip bet.
No. I know, but then now let's go to the coin flip
okay,
bet.
Well, I like... Dude, value-wise, I think the Chargers is probably the best value.
Yeah, I don't really want to add that, to be honest.
I know you're not for betting against Mahomes because he could totally just blow them out, and the public wants to bet on that, but I don't know.
I just don't love what I've seen from the Chargers either, though. Their offense. I thought their offense would be far better than what it's put on the field.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so let's do our coin flip then.
Okay, so I think we're doing the Falcons and the Giants.
I don't know. I think one of the ones we've just been talking about, the Broncos, Jets.
But that's for the spread.
Yeah, coin flip spread.
Okay.
I was thinking about it because
that's interesting.
Yeah, there's some interesting spreads.
Okay. Yeah, I would do that one.
I don't know if I want to coin
What? What?
I don't know. What do you think? Do you think the Jets? You don't have any argument. Which ones? All right, how about this? What bet do we have the most even argument for? Because Falcons and Giants is just I don't even want to touch that.
Well, this is a 50-50 coin flip, anyways. Okay.
I know, but which one is the most seemingly 50-50? Because I feel like I would take.
I like the Cardinals. I don't know.
You like the Cardinals?
I really like that Cardinals one.
I think Eagles could be the coin flip.
Oh, Eagles? Oh, I'm cool with that. Eagles, Cowboys?
I mean, this is literally...
That's literally division.
We got tails and freaking heads. I think Cowboys the head.
Tails on the...
Tails is Eagle. All right.
I'm cool with that.
I think that's probably the closest argument we had. All right.
Well, and I think that's going to be a cutthroat game.
All right. So we got tails leading the way.
So Eagles won.
Tails are 1.
There we go. Eagles.
Oh, that's a sweep.
Fly, Eagles fly, man. I wanted that one, actually.
Coin flip.
So Eagles to cover?
Yeah.
Okay,
Eagles.
so
Eagles plus 3.5.
Yeah.
Optional under. We include the under. All right. If you guys got any questions for us, if those of you are still listening, we can answer any fantasy football questions that you guys got. If not, we'll just end the stream there.
Well, we'll say, okay, so our favorites for this week, so we're doing 49ers minus 3.5, Rams money line, and Patriots -3. And then our fun coin flip bet is Eagles plus 3.5, but don't take that super seriously unless you want to.
Coin flip bets are 2-0 thus far.
They are 2-0 though. They're going to be 3-0. The Eagles are going to win. The Eagles are going to win.
We like our coin flip bet.
Yeah, we do.
It hasn't failed us. It's a 100% guaranteed strategy. But if you have any betting issues,
It's 100% on chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Niners minus 3.5, Rams money line, and Patriots -3. Yeah, good show. Good show.
Yeah, love it. There's definitely some interesting arguments there. Yeah, dude, I think we can just go into a couple prop bets just for fun here. Just have conversation.
Oh yeah, we can.
It's pretty short.
So
I like Herbert yards. I think that
he's been getting a lot of yards.
I think the Chiefs' defense is terrible.
I like the yards. I don't like touchdowns with him, but I like the yards.
No.
He's been getting a lot of yards.
So the Chargers are one of the worst red zone offenses in the league. They can't convert.
Yeah.
But Herbert literally will I think he's statistically one of the best third and 10 quarterbacks in the league.
No, he's on my fantasy team. He's been racking up the yards, but no touchdowns. He's been racking up yards. I like yards. I don't know what it's at, but
no, I would take the over. It's probably at like 330.
You think it's that high?
I don't know, man.
That's really high.
Let's check. I also kind of like Deebo Samuel. Like, I feel like
You think the yards are gonna keep going?
all right. So just hopping over to Deebo, like I feel like the way Deebo operates in this 49er offense is Jimmy Garoppolo does not 30 passes. He has 2 passes thus far in the first 2 weeks that have traveled 20 yards. That's the furthest he's thrown it.
Yeah.
And what is Deebo Samuel great at? He's great at all these little trickery behind the yard.
Well, Kyle sets him up.
Kyle sets him up, and then he
Those plays are designed to go to Debo.
No,
Those receiver screen type things that aren't screens because you can't do screens.
yeah.
And they cut off the safeties and corners, and he runs across field.
I see Deebo feasting, bro. I think I'd take him on the yards.
Well, you made a good point off air last night. That I think because of the lack of running backs, they're still going to run the ball up, but Debo might get more touches because of that.
No, yeah, totally.
So I like Debo yards.
Debo yards sounds good to me.
I think Bosa can get 2 sacks, depending on what's the payoff there.
We like Bosa sacks.
At least 1 sack, for sure.
I want to find that line. I'm interested in that.
Nicky Bosa, by the way, not Joey.
Yeah.
49ers.
Right.
Yeah, find the yards for Herbert and Debo.
Okay, here. I'm going to Chargers yards. We'll just do over-unders right now. All right. There's no over-under yet, but let's see just a quick pick. There's not really any lines out yet for the props.
So right now, Debo I think is at 283 yards. He's leading the league. I saw it today on Instagram.
Yeah.
I think I like Debo for over 80. I'd say 80.
Dude, I just think like everyone talks about Ayuk and stuff, but I don't think he is going to be featured in this offense the way we saw him last year until Trey Lance is the quarterback. I just don't think Jimmy Garoppolo takes those shots down the field that Ayuk thrives on. And it's like Ayuk is really only going to be maybe a third down guy, like what we saw with what was his name? We had him on their team last year.
Emmanuel Sanders.
No, not Emmanuel. The other guy who was trusted. Kyle trusted him like crazy. Third down guy.
Oh, Kendrick Bourne.
Kendrick Bourne.
Who's on the New England Patriots.
I think he could just be a glorified Kendrick Bourne until they get some deep gunslingers in there. Because like with Nick Mullins, guy's a total terrible quarterback, but he's taking the deep shots down the field. Brandon Ayuk thrived.
Yeah.
But like now you got a guy who isn't. He only threw the ball past 20 yards twice this season. I'm not hating on Jimmy. I think he's winning games. But he's just not going to do it the way us fantasy owners want. Like, Brandon Ayuk's just not going to do it.
No, I have Ayuk in one of my leagues. I'm not going to start him until I see something because
Jimmy Garoppolo not going to throw to him.
his percentage on the field of snaps is going up, though. It was 27 first week, 45 this week. He's got to get to 70% on the field. I got to see him on the field, and then we'll really know. If he's on the field for 70% of snaps and Jimmy's still not throwing him the ball, then I completely agree. But I need to see him on the field more. I still think he's coming back from his hamstring.
Yeah.
But I agree. The way Jimmy doesn't throw deep really scares me for Ayuk's value. But
yeah.
How many yards would you guess Debo for?
Debo, I feel like 76.5 would be a fair.
76.5. That's so over the top.
I'm a little wild.
That's a little nuts. Let's say 77. Let's say 77
I'm just
yards.
thinking in the eyes of these fucking...
No, I got you. I said 80. 80's a lot. Okay, we'll do 77 yards. Okay, how many yards?
Dude, I think anywhere in the 300s. I think he could...
300. That's 300 yards is a lot of yards.
I'm telling you, dude, the Kansas City defense is terrible.
I like him for 290. I'm not taking him for 300.
All right. 290. I got another one. What do you think of Jamar Chase? Back-to-back weeks touchdowns. They play against the Steelers. It's a divisional game.
You think he's going to get a third touchdown for third straight game in his third career game?
Joe Burrow, it's like they're...
I know he feeds him.
He doesn't even feed him. It's like flashback to college. You're watching the LSU Tigers play, and he just has Jamar Chase run down the right sideline. He guns it, and it's touch. It's like watching college football again.
I don't know.
Do you know what I'm saying then? You know that play that they used to run?
Yeah, I've watched LSU a lot. Yeah,
I know you did, but do you understand the parallel?
No, I know. I've seen the Bengals highlights. I know. I don't know if he's going to get a touchdown for a third week in a row.
Okay. I just thought it was interesting.
I think it's, depending on the payoff. It would really totally depend on the payoff. If the payoff's high,
yeah,
then I would take it. If not,
There's only props right now for the Carolina Panthers and Houston Texans.
Okay, so
Cooks.
if you would get good value on that, I would take it. But
Yeah.
if it's like plus 300,
For Jamar Chase, I feel like it'd be 250.
I feel like it'd be in the twos.
Yeah.
That's close. That's like borderline.
What about Gronk another touchdown, dude? That guy's just feasting right now.
He's gonna fall off a cliff eventually. I'm not betting on him to get 12 touchdowns this year.
No?
No.
I think he's gonna fall.
Well, they added a game, I guess.
He might.
That'd be super annoying. That'd be.
Be infuriating.
Yeah, it'd be a little annoying. Maybe he'll get 12. That'd be nuts.
I just, I don't know. I like our picks.
Yeah.
I have an interesting take here.
What?
Okay, so Miami Dolphins are hosting the Raiders. They don't have their quarterback Tua, right?
Yeah.
The line's only at 3.5 though. Like, I feel like Vegas knows something that we don't. Like, don't you think that the line should be like -6 for the Raiders? Like, with a quarterbackless Miami that just lost 35-0?
Yeah.
Don't you think that there's kind of something sneaky going on here?
That's a sus line.
Like,
Or they just don't believe in the Raiders.
who knows the Raiders better than Vegas does, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I think that's a trap game. My trap game of the week is Miami plus 3.5.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it. Like, I could see the Raiders beat the Steelers and the Ravens and just punk the AFC North
Mm-hmm.
and then drop it to a team without a quarterback.
They're pretty high on themselves right now. I could see them losing. I don't.
Don't you think that like this is an interesting play?
And I think it is. And you know what else is annoying about the Raiders? They're so one-dimensional. Like, they don't even trust Josh Jacobs to run that much. They literally, Chucky has said, I'm literally just going to throw the ball to Darren Waller.
Yeah.
Like, that's all they do. So it's like
someone's playing Madden.
You could scheme for that, and Flores is a defensive coach, and he's got a great defense in Miami.
What do you think of, like, it's like someone was playing Madden and they're just hitting the X button, hitting Waller on the slant.
Yeah, spamming it. Yeah.
Literally
X,
just
X, X, X,
X,
X.
X.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's
Miami money line, man.
Yeah.
That's a crazy bet.
No, I'm telling you, bro. I might be betting that this weekend.
Yeah, for a wild bet.
I don't even think it's that wild, bro.
Oh man,
There goes our good vibes.
took a while.
She lasted quite a while.
The good vibes fell.
That, and then
I think that's our sign to wrap up, though.
yeah, maybe we don't bet the Dolphins.
Yeah, what was the sign?
I think
I don't know. If you're feeling a little crazy, I take Miami money line because I bet the payoff is good, especially after the Raiders' last 2 wins.
all right. Well, that's going to be the conclusion of our show.
Oh, one other thing.
Okay, go for it.
Flores comes from the Belichick tree.
Yeah.
What does Belichick do? He takes away your number one weapon. What happens if they take away Darren Waller? The Raiders can't move the ball. There we go.
We're taking the Dolphins.
Miami. Here we go. All right.
Vamos.
Thanks for joining us.
Vamos a Miami. Yeah, we'll be back next Wednesday.
Our favorite picks again are 49ers minus 3.5, Rams money line, and Patriots minus 3.
And if you're feeling risky, hop on that coin flip bet. It's 2-0. Eagles plus 3.5. Optional under.
And then if you're feeling really wild, Miami money line, because I think we just talked ourselves into that a little bit.
That's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
Uh, If you're just watching now and you stayed with us till the end, be sure to subscribe, follow us on Twitter, and stay tuned. We are live every Wednesday.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
10 a.m.
Peace.
All right.